Hi, my name is Troy. Oh wait, you probably don't recognize me. No, seriously, I'm here to tell you about the birth of Manitoba, its importance of it, as well as the leader responsible for the movement making it Manitoba. I hope you enjoy my presentation. The province of Manitoba was founded by Louis Riel. Louis Riel was a Canadian politician and the leader of the Métis. He is often referred to as the father of Manitoba. He was the driving force of Manitoba becoming the fifth province. At age 24, he lived in the Red River settlement. Originally, the area was controlled by the Hudson Bay Company. In 1869, they sold a majority of their rights of its territory, Rupert's Land, to the new Dominion of Canada. Riel, the leader of the Métis, rallied the people and formed the provincial government. Riel resisted the takeover, and this led to be known as the Red River Rebellion or the Red River Resistance. Riel managed to negotiate with the Canadian government. They reached an agreement that Manitoba was to join Canada as the fifth province with equal rights as the others. After the negotiation, agreements were breached. The military expedition arrived to enforce federal authority. A warrant was issued for Riel's arrest for his role in the uprising and allowing the execution of Thomas Scott. Scott was against Riel's plight. Riel then went into exile because of this. Riel was elected 3 times as a member of the House of Commons, but could never take a seat for the fear of his life. Eventually, Riel was arrested, and a jury found him guilty of treason, but recommended mercy. The judge, though, sentenced him to death. Riel was executed by hanging. Overall, Riel fought to preserve the Métis rights. He remains one of Canada's most controversial figures. To many, he is seen as a Canadian visionary and leader. To others, a traitor. In Manitoba, we honor his life in the holiday Louis Riel Day, which is the third Monday in February. Other provinces recognize him on November 16th, the date of his execution. Today, people are still trying to exonerate him and not just pardon him. A pardon is you are guilty of something but are forgiven by law. To exonerate him means he was never guilty of that crime to begin with. Initially, I thought I would just Google some photos for you. Instead, I decided to take you on a virtual field trip with me. This is the Riel house, located only a few kilometers away from our school. This was Riel's family home. Unfortunately, because of COVID, I couldn't go inside. Next, I visited the Louis Riel statue that used to stand at the Legislative Building, but now resides at the Cathedral. It was moved because of controversy about it. Next up is the new Louis Riel statue that stands proud at the Legislative grounds. My next stop was the Riel statue in front of the St. Boniface Museum. Keep this place in mind for an upcoming fun fact. My last stop was the burial resting spot of Louis Riel. Now you're all caught up to speed of how Manitoba was founded and the person who founded it. Manitoba came to be under the Manitoba Act of 1870. It received royal assent, became law on May 12, 1870. However, July 15th is the date the province was officially incorporated into Confederation. Manitoba's name originated with the Cree term "man" into "wa pow", meaning the narrows of the Great Spirit. It describes Lake Manitoba. Nearly half of our province is forested, and we have more than 110,000 lakes. This slide shows the original province of Manitoba was a square 1/18th of its current size. It was known as the postage stamp province. In 1881, the population of our province was only 66,000. By 1901, it was 255,000, and by 1911, we had 450,000 people. Also, by 1911, Winnipeg was the third largest city in Canada with over 142,000 residents. Today, Manitoba has a population of almost 1.4 million people and is Canada's 7th largest city. The flag of Manitoba has gone through a few changes. In 1870, a need to establish a seal for a new province was needed. Then in 1905, a revision was made to be our new flag. Lastly, in 1965, the federal government introduced Manitoba's new national flag, which we honor. A couple of fun facts for you. Manitoba's oldest building is the Prince of Wales Fort in Churchill. It dates back to 1731. It is a huge stone fortress built by the Hudson's Bay. The St. Boniface Museum is Winnipeg's oldest buildings, dating back to 1844. It is also the largest log structure in North America. Thank you for taking this trip with me. I hope you learned a lot.